Hey guys, welcome to today's video and welcome to my froggy throat. There is something stuck in my throat. And I've been coughing. And actually, it was powder. As I was putting the powder on, I breathed it in. Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today, we're taking a look at another eyeshadow palette that is new. This is from Huda Beauty, and this is the Wild collection. This one is called Python. So there are 3 in this particular release. One is very dark and honestly not very unique, and one had some reds in it and oranges in it, which she, in my experience, is not good with red. A couple of years ago she did a jewel tone collection, so it was sapphire, emerald, ruby, topaz maybe. I don't know if that was considered part of the collection. And I did buy the ruby one, and I found after a couple of hours the red just fell off my eye, and it didn't look that interesting anyway, so I just got the one called Python. If you're new here, these Obsession palettes, when they first came out, I think they were like $20, maybe $24. Now they're $29. But I remember thinking that they were pretty genius. The pans aren't huge, so you are getting what you're paying for as opposed to huge pans that you're never going to finish. And the color selections sometimes are really good. When she first started this collection, they were great. Really well thought out, very nice color stories, and a good ratio of mattes to shimmers. I shot this yesterday because of the sound that we're hearing right now was so loud that it made me cry. Of course this is happening now. Mother, I cannot deal with this sound anymore. If I knew sign language, you guys, I'd be signing off right now because this sound is just unbearable. And as I was editing it yesterday, I thought, I can't. I tried to do a lot MOS without sound and put music over it, but it was just horrible. I just felt like I couldn't post it. So I'm going to shoot again today. And it's ironic to the point of not being ironic. I'm being facetious. That the minute I sit down and start talking to you, it starts again. It sounds like it's on a different side of the property, so hopefully it's not going to be as loud. But I don't think I can shoot this 3 times, you guys. So let us forge ahead. This has 4 mattes, 2, 3 shimmers. Is that what it is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mattes to 4 shimmers, which is a fantastic ratio for me personally. I love. It also reminds me a little bit of the Dior that I did recently. I mean, I get it. The difference between these to me is, while this has color payoff, it's not super saturated and it's sophisticated. This isn't going to work in the same way. It's going to be more playful, but oddly, really, really wearable. I did shoot this yesterday, and I did go out to the grocery store and to Sephora, and I didn't feel self-conscious at all. I thought I got a really nice look. So we're going to do it now. So I shot a video using the Lancome concealer. I got a little bit on my lids, but not too much, and I already powdered. So I'm not going to do anything else, and I'm going in with this green tone. And we're going to do swatches after, just because there's no sound going on and I want to forge ahead. And this brush is from the Sky set from Sonia G, and I'm really kind of packing this on instead of swiping because I want the intensity of this color. And it goes on just fine. I saw someone else do a video where she said it was patchy, but I think it must be just something with her skin because I don't find it to be patchy. I'm going to do the other side. I think this video is going to be pretty short. I mean, we will do my final look, you guys, where we'll talk about blush and lip color. Initially, we're going to just lay everything down and then we're going to blend. So I'm going to go in with this acid green color, which is just so compelling to me. These colors are notoriously difficult to make. They look so wonderful and vivid and bright in the pan, and then when you put them on, the color is quite different because they're not 100% opaque and your skin color kind of comes through. So what I'm getting here is what I get with every other acid green that I've tried. There's nothing that really comes out quite acidy. I'm guessing you could go in with a white primer and have a little bit better luck. And now I'm going in for another brush from Sonia G in the Sky set, and I'm just going to very lightly blend where these two shades come together. I'm not putting something shiny on the center of the lid. And wipe it off and diffuse the edges, but I don't want to bring it up anymore. I don't want a crazy look. Well, you know what I mean. So I'm just kind of set it down and then move, kind of swirl it, hoping to diffuse it without bringing it up too high. It's like they get the memo that I'm in here doing something, and so they start honking. I shouldn't complain, it's so much more quiet today. And I think you can see that as I blend this, it's not as opaque when you compare this side to this side, but it's still very vibrant. And I'm using a very light hand when I'm doing this up here. I forgot to bring in my other mirror that I've been using here so I can really pull this taut when I'm blending and applying, and I certainly could use it because this lid has a lot more skin. But that's okay, I'll just take my sweet time. Now, if you're new here, I have my tear duct gland protrudes right here, so it's very hard to get products to adhere to that, and even when I do, it kind of doesn't matter because it's protruding. It looks more light and it's a little more deceptive what's going on this side, but it seems to be doing okay. Not fantastic, but okay. And you guys, I did wear this yesterday, and I am here to say that at the 12-hour mark, you know, I washed my face about midnight last night. Not a lot was here, but again, I didn't use a base, and I had been rubbing my eyes, come to think of it. I was really like, and then I noticed when I went to wash the face, I'm like, oh, not a lot left. It was probably on my palms, but I'm just saying, for longevity, you might want to do a proper base. Maybe. Let's go ahead and do some swatches because I'm going to go into this color and I just want to show you what's going on. So these are shimmers, and in the pan this looks strange. I can't make out what it is, but it's a very pretty gold. There we have those three. Matte, shimmer, matte. And these mattes in that row are really creamy, especially this chocolate brown one. I mean, that brown one is just like, boom, that's a beautiful brown. And then we have matte, matte, matte. And there we have the palette. They're swatching very nicely. Now, recently Refer sent me a bunch of their brushes, and I have been trying to work with them and play with them and see how they would work for me for my particular hooded eye. And I haven't gotten that far because I've done a couple of eyeshadow videos and I didn't want to bring these into it until I knew them. Really having a sore throat thing today. But this particular one I want to show you guys. I played with it a couple of times. This is the 03, and it is really nice for inner corner highlight. And this is such a lovely shade. It has a lemony kind of quality to it. I've wiped off this. This is a Sigma, and I'm going to go into this peachy color, peachy terracotta, and put that on the lid. This whole color story reminds me of something Dior did last year before they came out with this formula. So maybe the year before last. The new formula, they took everything out and came back with these new palettes. But I remember, I have this memory of loving this color story and buying it, and I hated the formula and I brought it back. But this, and of course, you know, they redid it in a way with that limited edition that I just showed you, and I will link that video right here. But it's very tropical, the way I put it together. You can get a blue look out of it and a green look out of it and do a couple of things, but I feel like what I've done here, I don't know, kind of reminds me of a tropical bird. I'm going to go in with blue under the eye. I just want to take a look at which ones I want. So one is more green. I think I'm going to do this one, the more bluey one, which is right here. And I'm just doing the teeniest bit. And I'm going back in with the Rever 3 with this chocolate. This is something I did yesterday, and I really loved it. I'm doing tightline with this, waterline, whatever you want to call it. So I'm trying to work it in between the lashes as well as getting that skin. And I thought since this is so creamy, it might work well. And it stayed pretty well. They do have another brush similar in shape that is smaller than this one, but I find that this one works just fine. And I think you can see how much thicker these lashes look to these lashes just by putting that powder in. I'm going to do the other side. Rever also sent me a lash curler, so I have been curling my lashes lately. The lash curler that I owned previously, I seriously got in my 20s. It was from Maybelline. It was filthy. And I thought, you know, maybe I should throw it away a couple of months ago. I don't usually curl my lashes, but I've been enjoying giving it a curl since I got this. In fact, every time I put on makeup since I've got this, I've been doing it. And just a little bit of mascara. I don't want to go crazy, but I do have a ton of these samples. Oh, I got this Ilia sample. Let's take this out for a little ride. The brush is kind of like a figure eight, an hourglass. And it's kind of big. It's bigger than what I'm used to. I like to get a fluttery look for my lashes. And I don't think that's the look that these are giving. And I don't like it when my lashes all look like they're the same length. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it may as well be wearing false eyelashes. Yeah. This isn't the kind of look that I like. It's just too exact. Everything is equally separated and equally lengthed. Yeah, I know that's not a word. And it's just not, that's not the kind of look I like. At all. Not, it's all in the spoolie, you guys. But there we have it. And now, let's move on to some blush. You guys, I have hardly used this at all. This is the Givenchy Prism Libre blush in Spice. And I think it's also a highlighter, but it's a little confusing. And I've never actually used it like that. I've used it putting it all together, but let's just see. I'm going to assume that this part is the blush. Oh, I haven't powdered my face. Well, I just did a little bit right in here. So a little bit of brightness, but not too much. And now I'm just going to put it all together. I do like this a lot. I feel that it looks really bright in the pan, but it's not all that bright. I mean, it depends on your brush. This brush is not incredibly dense. I definitely see a shine on my face. So I definitely want to do another powder. Hi, Lucy. And now for lips, since Lucy is here and we have to go to the vet and I have to give her medicine first. This is Night Train from Shiseido, and it's kind of an in-between terracotta-ish, great transition shade. And then when you put it on, you definitely see that peachy nature. And this is their water gel. I'm not sure what it's called, but it has such an unusual texture. It's very comfortable. And that is one idea. We could also do this Dior, which is so bright and lovely. And I did do that the other day when I did this the first time. Hi, sweetheart, I'm almost done. And I'll pop in a picture so you can see what it looks like with this color, which I believe is a limited edition, and that's really comfortable too. And then I just wanted to try something kind of pink. So, option 1. And this is the matte from Nars in the color Shag. And I don't find these to be very comfortable, you guys, but I love this color right there. It's like a pinky brownie something. I've never seen anything quite like it. It sounds like it's right up the Bobbi Brown alley, because the Thinky Browns is how she made her company. So that is option number 3, really. The Shag, the Night Train, and the Dior. The Dior is more fun, more bright, more summer. And it's still summer. Okay, Lucy. Now she's outside just staring at me longingly. So, you guys, that was a pretty quiet one, thank God, and a pretty calm one. I think I was just the whole time anticipating the starting of the machinery and thinking, please don't start, please don't start. So, it might have been a little bit very mellow energy. Plus, I have to now get in the car and take Lucy to the vet. So wish us luck for that. I will also say that I think you can get a couple of different fun looks out of this. You can just do the earthy tones right here and leave it alone with just 1, 2, 3. And of course you could try to mimic this with, you know, these, I guess, but I don't know that you're going to have much luck getting that exactly. Yeah, but I think this is a really good palette, and you know what is good about it, you guys? It's only $29. It's not gonna break the bank. If you're doing something kind of fun, something playful, something you might not use every day, I think a good way to go about it is with something that is less expensive, but the quality isn't cheap. I happen to like her shadows, generally speaking, and I don't think that this is any different. Yeah. That's going to be it, you guys. And thank you so much for spending some time with me. I hope it was helpful to you, and I hope you come back again. Until we meet again, be smart, be safe, and I'm wishing you good health.